You've been told your whole life that your brain is the problem, that you're too much or not enough, that you just need to try harder, focus more, get it together. I'm Dr. B, and I'm here to tell you that everything you've been told is wrong. You're bright, you're gifted, you're wired for something extraordinary. What you're missing isn't willpower, and it isn't a higher dose. It's skills, specific, learnable skills that nobody ever taught you. This is living beyond ADHD, where we stop managing your limitations and start unleashing your brilliance. Let's get into it now. Episode 129, Why You Start Everything and Finish Nothing, and How to Change It. The graveyard of ADHD potential. That's what I call it. The drawer full of half-started projects. The course you bought and never finished. The book you got to chapter 4, the business idea that was so vivid and so real and so full of possibility until it wasn't. The hobby that consumed you for 3 weeks and then vanished. If you have ADHD, this is familiar, maybe painfully familiar. And maybe you've decided that this is just who you are. Someone who starts things and doesn't finish them. Someone who isn't reliable, especially to yourself. I am here to tell you that story is not the truth. It's a symptom. And symptoms have causes, and causes can be addressed. So first, why starting is hard. Let's talk about task initiation first, because this is where so much falls apart before it even begins. Task initiation is the brain's ability to fire the starting signal, to go from intention to action. Most people assume this is automatic. You decide to do something and then you do it. For adults with ADHD, that gap between deciding and doing can be enormous. Neurologically, what's happening is that the ADHD brain requires a higher level of stimulation to activate than a neurotypical brain. It needs interest, challenge, urgency, novelty, or passion to fire up, not just logical intention. I should do this is not enough of a signal. This is fascinating, urgent, important to me right now. That is what activates the ADHD engine. This is why adults with ADHD can hyperfocus effortlessly on things that they love and cannot start a task they have no interest in, no matter how important it is. This is not a character flaw. This is a neurological reality. Next, why finishing is hard. This is a different problem from starting, though they're related. The ADHD brain is novelty-seeking. It's activated by new things, new ideas, new projects, new possibilities. The early stages of anything have a natural energy. It's exciting. It's unknown. It feels full of potential. That energy activates the ADHD brain beautifully. But as a project matures, the novelty decreases. What was exciting becomes routine. What was unknown becomes known. And the ADHD brain, starved for that activation, starts looking for the next new thing. This is not laziness. This is the novelty-seeking mechanism, one of the defining features of the ADHD brain, working exactly as designed. The problem is that it conflicts directly with the sustained effort required to see things through to completion. Added to that, ADHD brains often struggle to hold the vision of completion in mind when the finish line isn't visible. The goal that felt vivid and motivating at the start becomes abstract and far, far away. The emotional fuel runs out and the momentum dies. So, the skills that change it. So what actually changes this? Let me give you the framework. Activation design. Since the ADHD brain needs activation beyond mere intention, your job is to design activation into your work. Work with a body double. Put on music that elevates your state. Set a timer and make it a game. Connect the task to something you care about deeply. Create the urgency artificially if it doesn't exist naturally. This isn't cheating. This is working with your brain. Break the project into the smallest possible next action. The question is never, how do I finish this project? That question's way too big. The question is always, what is the single next action? So small, it's almost trivial. So specific, you can start without thinking. The starting signal fires more easily when the task is small and clear. Build completion rituals. The end of something needs to feel like something. Celebrate small completions. Acknowledge the finish. Make it mean something. This builds the neural associations around finishing that motivate the ADHD brain to want to get there. Use accountability strategically. Share your intentions. Work publicly. Tell someone what you're going to finish and when. The social contract is a legitimate neurological lever, so use it without shame. Address the emotional component. Often what stops people from finishing isn't boredom, but fear. Fear that the finished thing won't be good enough. That finishing means being judged. That as long as it's unfinished, it's still potential. That is a shame dynamic. And it responds to the same work we talked about last week. So, you are not someone who starts things and doesn't finish them. You are someone whose brain has a specific relationship with initiation and completion. And that relationship can be transformed with the right skills. The drawer full of half-started projects is not evidence of who you are. It's evidence of what you haven't been taught yet. And that changes now. Next week, we go deep on identity, the stories you've been carrying about who you are, where they came from, and how to write a new one. It might be the most personal episode of the season. I'll see you then. I'm Dr. B. This is Living Beyond ADHD. Take really good care of that brilliant brain of yours, and be sure to check the show notes for the upcoming masterclass. It never was your fault because it wasn't. And there'll be a link and more details very soon, but save the date. August 25th, 10 a.m. Pacific time is when we start. And there's a virtual seat with your name on it. Be sure to claim it as soon as the link's available. Okie doke. See you soon. That's what I have for you today. I hope something landed. I hope something shifted, even just a little, because that's how this works. Not all at once, but one insight, one skill, one episode at a time. You are not your diagnosis. You are not your history. You are a brilliant adult who deserves a life that actually works. And that life is buildable. I've seen it. I've lived it. If you're ready to go further, come find me at drbarbaracohen.com. All the episodes are there, along with information about my 9-month program, Get Shit Done, GSD, where we do this work for real, together, all the way through. Subscribe wherever you listen. Share this with someone who needs it. And I will be back next week with more truth. I'm Dr. B. This is Living Beyond ADHD. Take care of that brilliant brain of yours.